Hi Capricorn, happy birthday. Welcome back to the Astrology 33 channel. This is your mid-December 2022 love reading. Thank you to those of you who like, view, share, and subscribe to the channel. I appreciate all that. For those of you new to the channel, as far as what we have in front of us, it's what I call the bridge and the gap spread. And the way it works is a look at the past energies, present energies, and future energies between you and my main love interest. After that, we'll pull some oracle cards for some additional insight. That's where the bridge and the gap dynamic comes into play. And as far as the decks being used, on the left side we have the Lover's Path Tarot, on the right side we have the Romantic Tarot. And also keep in mind it's a general reading, so I'm going to be referring to the cards on the left as the energy and the cards on the right as the other person's. If you feel like it's the other way around in your situation, then definitely trust that. Alright, so with all that out of the way, we'll get started. Past energy on your side, we have the Nine of Arrows. So this is actually a Gemini energy here, and it could just be saying that for whatever reason you had difficulty when it came to communicating with this person. You might have even been seeing signs and synchronicities leading you toward communicating with this person, right? Because if we look at those arrows as symbols of communication, they're all pointing in the direction of the cards on their side. And we see what looks like an angelic figure reaching forward to hand another arrow to this person, right? So it looks like there was definitely some signs pointing you toward communicating with this person, but for whatever reason you might not have felt comfortable doing so. Alright, past energy on their side, we have the Fool and the Nine of Pentacles. So for some of you that might have been what it was, right? This person might have seemed like they had a very lively, vibrant personality, and you might have been in a bit of a darker place at the time, right? So you might have figured, they probably wouldn't give me any attention anyway, right? Something along those lines there, where there could have been a bit of a lack of confidence on your side because this person might have seemed very confident, and they might have come across as a bit independent to you too. Now, another way that I could interpret this, though, could just be saying that actually they might have been the ones who were doing more of the communicating between the two of you, right? And they might have seemed like they were very confident and carefree, but beneath the surface there could have been a bit of a concern on their part that what stands out to me with this Nine of Pentacles in particular, Nine of Pentacles typically points to a very independent energy. What stands out to me here is we almost see the light shining down on that couple there, and we see this person off on the side, right, almost with a look of concern on their face. So for some of you, I could just be saying that their confidence might have been, it might have been genuine at a certain level, but at the same time, they might have started to think to themselves too that, hey, I might need to look into getting more serious, right, and possibly enter into a relationship. So that's what I see there. In the present position on your side, we have the Prince of Arrows. So to me, this shows a shift to where, like I said, it looks like there could have been a lack of confidence on your part in the past. Now it looks like there is a lot more confidence. And some of this could just be due to the fact that a lot of energy is going to be moving into your sign as we move into Capricorn season, right? So it could just be as simple as that. Saying that now that you have all those energies coming into your first house, now you feel more confident and ready to express yourself to this person. But yeah, we even see Cupid's name on the card in this deck too, right? So it could just be saying that now you're going to have more confidence in expressing your feelings to this person. All right, present energy on their side, we have the Page of Cups and the Five of Wands. So yeah, again, I could see this playing out a couple different ways. So going back to what I was saying before, right, you might have lacked confidence because you might have saw this person might have gotten a lot of attention, right? Maybe they just stand out when they communicate. Could just be one of those things where maybe if they're on social media, you might seem like they have a lot of followers, right? Whatever the case may be. So it could just be one of those things where they might actually have a lot of options on the surface, but if we see he's holding flowers behind his back there, right? And then combine that with the Page of Cups, could just be saying one of those things where, yeah, they might actually get a lot of attention, and on one level they might actually enjoy the attention, but beneath it all, right, given that we see the flowers hidden there, they do actually desire the idea of being with one person. And maybe you're actually somehow figuring that out too, right? To where you're like, okay, yeah, they might get a lot of attention, but maybe something tells you that, but I feel like they actually might want to be in a relationship. It's just that in the meantime, while they're single, they could just be enjoying the energy and attention they get, right? So that's kind of what I'm seeing with those two cards there. And future energy on your side, we have love. So more Gemini energy here, and this is the equivalent of the Lovers in traditional tarot. So yeah, seems a bit self-explanatory, which again, I feel like this is saying more growth in your confidence toward the connection, right? And more growth in expressing yourself around the connection too. I will say there's going to be a Mercury retrograde toward the end of December in your sign, so you might feel that a little bit more than most, but it doesn't seem to be shaking your confidence at the very least. Like I said, it looks like we're seeing some steady growth in your confidence there, at least as it goes toward this connection. All right, and future energy on their side, we have the Queen of Pentacles. So yeah, now we see, right, a lot of the external energy going away, right? The Queen of Pentacles, which is actually Capricorn energy, represents a lot of stability, maturity, right? So like I said, it could just be one of those things where, yeah, they might have been enjoying the company or the attention to a certain extent that they might have been getting in the past, but like I said, it looks like beneath the surface, it does look like there's indicators saying that they would actually prefer the one-to-one type of connection, and that could just be saying that as you actually bring that energy toward them, they actually settle into that energy and feel a lot more confident in the process too. All right, bottom of the deck on your side, we have the Eight of Staves. So yeah, this is a very communicative energy here. It's a Sagittarius energy. So yeah, it could just be one of those things where, like I said, basically, as we're moving through Capricorn season, you're going to have a lot of energy in your sign. Even really, quite frankly, toward the middle of December, which is basically when we're recording this, you're going to start to feel that energy before the sun moves into your sign. So it could just be one of those things. Maybe you had all of these thoughts about this person while these energies will move into your 12th house, but actually having the energy and the confidence to express it was the difficulty, right? So I'd just be saying that as those energies move into your sign, you're going to feel that confidence. And bottom of the deck on their side, we have the Three of Wands. So yeah, this could just be one of those things where Three of Wands we usually refer to as the waiting for your shifts to come in energy, right? And here we see the feminine energy sitting around and being wooed by a few different prospective people, right? So like I said, it could just be one of those things where, yes, on the one hand, they might have enjoyed that attention, right? That it seems like they were getting, quite frankly, but at the same time, underneath it all, it looks like there was definitely a desire to be in a committed relationship. So seems like a pretty consistent theme with them. But we'll see what the Oracle cards ahead to the mix. First, we'll see what we get from the Agua Moonlight deck. I did pre-shuffle this deck, and what I'm looking for here is unspoken messages from me to them, and then from them to you. Initially looking for jumpers, but if nothing comes up after I shuffle for a while, I'll just put the deck down and pull a card that way. So we'll see what comes up. All right, and that doesn't want to go back in the deck. Just make sure it's on your side, and then we'll see what we get from them to you. Oh, already got one there, so a lot quicker. Okay. Now, on your side, we have pressure. It says I have so much going on in my life, and I'm struggling to juggle it all at once. Okay, well, at the very least, just reading that message does give some perspective to where you might have been in that Nine of Arrows energy, right? Maybe you just had a lot going on. Gemini energy for you guys is sixth house energy too, so maybe you guys had a lot going on in your work lives. Just your daily routines might have been a bit hectic, right? So that could explain why there might have been a bit of a struggle for you guys in the past to come forward and try to give energy to this connection. And on their side, we have absence. Okay, it says as more time passes by, I feel a deeper void without you in my life. So interesting seeing that message there, because to me that says that for a while maybe the communication was going well between the two of you, right? For them to feel that level of feelings, and then like I said, maybe you just had other things start to happen in your life that might have prevented you from being able to give as much energy to the connection. But either way, looks like this is saying for sure that they definitely do seem to want to build the connection with you, and they will feel genuine feelings for you as well as things progress. Alright, and lastly, we'll pull a card from the Wisdom of the Oracle deck. Same situation as far as I pre-shuffled this deck as well, but here we're just looking for one card, which general advice to wrap the reading up with. Oh, almost have one there. Alright, so nothing's coming up, so what I'll do is I'll just put the deck down, and just give me a few seconds to tune in, and we'll pull a card. Alright, and we'll take this card here, move this out of the way, and we'll see what you guys got. Okay, we have regeneration. There's the artwork, and the number is 46. So yeah, reading that and what it said about pressure and absence, now it actually does seem like you guys might have had a connection in the past. And like I said, maybe as other things in your life might have pulled you away from the connection might have separated a bit. But it looks like you guys are going to have a second chance at that. So we'll see what the actual message in the book says. And in that regard, that would make sense too, as far as what I was saying, as far as you guys are going to have Mercury retrograde in your sign toward the end of the month. Excuse me. All right, the relationship message says the world is based on connections and relationships. No matter what loss has occurred in the past or even now, death and endings are only illusions. There is life after death, love after loss, and in this moment you are radiating the regenerative life force energy that makes you irresistible to love in all forms. Now is the time when you will see evidence of this new emergence. Can you feel it? Love is rising up to greet you. So yeah, definitely an interesting message there, especially given what we were talking about as well, where like I said, it looks like the way I was reading this initially was also a growth in confidence on your part too. And it could just be saying that as you get more confident and you are able to present yourself that way, you might feel like the connection does take off between the two of you as well. So hopefully that resonated with you guys. Once again, happy birthday, and hope you guys have a good holiday season. I'll see you all next month. All right, bye.